We are here on a very sleepy Thursday because August apparently is the longest month so far of the year, and we're just in our second week of school, and we're all ready for to like it to end right now. But we're going over compound inequalities. Don't forget, if you hadn't done so right now, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. We have made it to 121 subscribers as of earlier this morning because I checked because somebody asked me. I said, I'm kind of a big deal. Not to, I have like 120 subscribers. So, all right, and stay farce. Now, so a compound inequality, okay, consists of two distinct inequalities joined by the word and this is what's funny about these notes, or the word or. Okay, now, and the first ones we're going to look at are the ands, and I like to call them the and sandwich. That's not how you spell it. Yeah. And we're going to change that. There we go. All right. So, and the reason why I have to stick with what I know, okay? I know food. Oh, why are y'all giggling? But it's because I'm chubby. Now, reason why you name a sandwich by not the bread that it's on, by what's on the in the middle. Okay, these are called and sandwiches because it's actually right here in the middle of it. Okay, now who is it? Oh, it's him. Okay, yeah, it's like shh, ask him. All right, so it's an and sandwich. Okay, here's our variable. What is being done to our variable right here in the middle? -4. Thank you. Added, subtracted. Somebody said on butter toast. I don't know. Uh, but it has 4 is being subtracted from it. So here's the thing. Instead of you know, doing something else, we are actually going to add a 4 to get rid of that one. But we're going to add it to the middle and the sides. Like this. Okay. And this goes away. Pew. Then we have, let's see, -3 plus 4 is 1, is less than equal to which is less than -1 plus 4 is 3. Okay, now, I know some of y'all are like, you didn't give us a lot of room for our graphs. Well, actually, I did because I've planned ahead. I'm smarter than I look. Now, the reason why I say this, watch this. Boop, boop. There's 1, there's 3. Okay, you can actually label it on top, but if you have to be one of those people, 1, 3, that's a 3. All right, now right here where we have the 1, let's do this. Nope, nope. Ah, there we go. All right, so if we have this right here and we cover this up, okay, it looks like m is greater than or equal to 1, correct? Okay, so that would mean that we would have what type of circle at 1? closed. Close it, close it. All right, and it's gonna kind of go this way. Okay. Now, what if we covered this part up? Now we have m minus or m minus m is less than 3. What type of circle does it have? Open. And the shading just kind of meets in the middle, like a sandwich. Yeah. Listen, y'all. I know y'all are like, oh, I have math. Do you know how much I sometimes don't like teaching math first thing in the morning because everybody's like, they're like, please don't talk to me. I haven't drank my Celsius. I have to follow up my Celsius with whatever I have in my Stanley Cup. Okay, now. Oh no, it was funny. I was making fun of so many people after Christmas because like you couldn't walk down the hall without being hit by at least 60 Stanley Cups. It was probably somebody on like some Tic Tac, Insta Ham, something, and that, yeah. All right. So here's our variable for number 2. All right. 3 is being multiplied by y. So what is the opposite? Divide. All right. So we actually get 2/3 and 6. All right. This inequality is actually 2/3 less than y less than 6. Okay. Now, both of our numbers should have what type of circles? Open. And like the Diamond Rio song, we're going to meet in the middle, neath the old Georgia pine. I'll show y'all that song later. Or I could just sing it. I'll sing it later. I don't want to lose subscribers. All right. Everybody okay with 1 and 2? It's basically, this is almost like what we were doing Tuesday, except we're doing it like in 3 columns instead of 2. Okay, how? Which number? 2. Okay. All right. Now, Snacks, I'm not trying to make fun of you, but I want to show you something. If we look here, what is underneath that? Yeah. And what does this one have? This one doesn't have the line, so that's open. These don't have the line underneath them, so they're also open. They're just poorly drawn. Oh, oh, that's what you needed. Oh, they're just poorly drawn. Okay, yeah, thanks. Ouch. No, I'm joking. I know my handwriting is not the best, nor my drawings. All right. Now, do you feel more better about it? All right, good deal, Pickle. All right. Now, let's look right here. Here's our M. All right. What's being done to M? Yeah, add 7. So what do we need to do? Subtract. All right. So 2 minus 7 is -5, less than or equal to, if I have 10 fingers and I lose 7 of them in a horrible accident, I have 3. Okay. So now, -5, 3, All right. What type of circle is at -5? Open. What type of circle is at 3? Closed. All right. Can everybody tell that those are open and closed, that those are two different types of circles? Okay, making sure. I'm not taking offense. All right. And where do we shade on the outsides, right? No. Okay. Now, of course, you could have also done like we were doing yesterday and done that. Either one, I don't care. Just make sure I can see it. Okay. All right. Number 4, here's our variable. Variable. Yeah. Why would it be? Why would we have to solve this one by dividing? It's being multiplied. Yeah. It's we're taking what we've done and just putting a little bit more on top of it. That's little, and it's not really that difficult. Oh, good job. You're actually ahead of where I was thinking. Some very bright student or semi bright, whatever, they had their moment. They said, we're dividing by a negative. So what's going to happen? We're going to flip the sign. So instead of them, look, and other than seeing that was a negative, you should kind of see that the way the inequalities are written in the original problem, something doesn't smell right. Okay. Because we just had 3 and they're all opening to the right. Now they're all opening to the left. That doesn't, mm, feels kind of scratchy. Just something like warning, danger, Will Robinson, something. All right. Now, I'm going to show y'all what I've had a student do for their graph and then got mad at me because I could not tell. I counted their graph wrong on their test. They said, no, I did it. There's open circles and it's shaded in the middle. I'm like, what? I couldn't tell. Those were the most little itty bitty circles, and they like no. And I know. Look, remember, you're writing to your audience. Who's your audience when you're taking a test? Me. And I know some of y'all have already figured out within the first couple of days that Mr. Jeffries is just a little special. Okay, bless his heart. So you need to kind of over exaggerate some of this a little bit. Okay, that way I know. Now don't be like super dramatic. Okay. Hey, did y'all hear that people are mad at Sandra Bullock? Apparently, she felt blindsided. Shh. Okay, we'll come back. Hey, we'll come back because she's one of my girlfriends. We'll talk about that later. Okay. Yep. All right. Or now, here's what's weird about an or. Okay. Number one, it looks longer. Correct. I see one head nodding. All right. You're gonna have to kind of separate these. Apparently, I did not separate those at all. Okay. Now, because this inequality on the left side over here, let me do this, is totally different than this one over here. And some of y'all was like, no, it's not. It still says 2 plus y. Yeah. But the inequality signs are different. The constants are different. Those are literally two different things. Okay. It's not, have y'all heard somebody in the hall or anywhere is like, oh, I have that same shirt, but it's different. If you have the same shirt, it's not different. It's the same. Words matter. Now, so you've never heard me snarl before? All right. So 2 and y are being added. Someone, we're going to subtract. No, why people think that we live in the matrix is because they're sheeple and they can't think for themselves. They're sheeple. Sheeple. People that act like sheep because they just follow the herd. Hmm. All right. So this becomes -7. Now we had an or in our question, so we actually have an or in our answer. All right. We're gonna we still solve this one the same way, but even though it's different, then we're gonna have y is greater than 5 minus 2 is 3. Now, like just like I've said that these problems are a little different, their graphs look different than the ands. Okay. Now I know some of y'all were not or have not been exposed to the great cartoons of Bugs Bunny and stuff like that. But I remember there was a cartoon where they would say, which way did he go? And Bugs Bunny would go, he went that way. And he would point in two different directions. Okay. Yeah. If you've seen it, good job. Now, reason why I say that, our graphs look like that. All right. Here's -7. What type of circle? Open. Where do we shade? It's less than, so we go to the left. All right. This is 3. What type of circle? Open. And this one goes to the right. So they actually go away from each other. Okay. They actually go away from each other. Now, individually, was this problem that we started over here in blue, was this difficult? No, not really. What about the green one? Not really. The graphs weren't that difficult. The only thing is that you're having to do like literally twice the work. And then somebody will feel like, oh, it's hard. It's too many steps. Y'all can make it. I believe in you. All right. Number 6. Let's look at this left-hand side. What is happening to x? Multiplied, so we need to divide. All right. So now we're going to have x is less than 4. Okay. All right. On the right-hand side, what is being done to x? Do we have the same problem? Okay, I heard add 7 and divide. So let's look at it closely because that makes my spidey senses kind of kick up a little bit. All right, it's 10 is being subtracted from x. So to solve, we will add 10. I think that's what somebody was saying. Now, is that how we are supposed to write that answer? I heard it somewhere. Yeah, it should have an or in there because we had an or in the problem. Nice. All right, so 4 goes here, 17 goes here. Looks like open circles on both, and they go away from each other. Are y'all waiting for it to get hard yet? Too much work, I know. It's almost like planning for your homecoming outfit and stuff in June. Oh, it's different when it's fun steps, right? Mm. Shopping for math problems. Don't give me an idea. You're about to tempt me with a good time. I can create an activity where we actually are shopping for math problems. Um, it's kind of like, all right, are we good with 5 and 6? Anybody need more time? I had a class one time. They're like, hey, can we have a group test? I was like, yeah, we can have a group test. We'll get in groups of 3. They got in groups of 3. I gave them their test. The kid says, wait a minute, these are all 3 are different. I said, well, you didn't say you wanted the same test or not. You just said you wanted a group test. Yes. Yeah. So the person that did the numbering apparently messed up yesterday and then saved that Word document and then saved that Word document as a PDF and then didn't realize it till they were making this presentation about 5 minutes before we started. Yeah. When I find that person, I'll give him a good talking to. Okay. All right. So if this is really bothering you, so let me take the whiteout tool right here. So this is ooh, that's a blob. Bloop. All right. Is that more better? No. So I should go back to it saying 3 and 4. I know more better is not correct English. I just think it's funny. All right. Now, and you may ask yourself, wow, he's actually doing those lines to divide that up. I've done this since I was in algebra. Like back when we had to turn in our homework on stone tablets. Back before the internet. Back in my day. All right. Over here, what do we need to do first on the new number 7? What do we do? What's our first step to solve? Add 3. Awesome. That's not right. That's better. All right. Then we should divide. Now, there's actually nothing that says that you cannot do your graph right now. You can. Some of y'all are like, I don't want to just. Some people have to solve and then graph together. Some people, they kind of do their math kind of willy nilly, like a little hippie action, and they'll go ahead and graph it like this. We would add 4, then divide by 5. And there we go. So this just had each of these had these were a two-step. It doesn't matter. It's still the same process. Okay. All right. We're about to do 8. Okay, just letting y'all know so nobody freaks out all of a sudden. All right, so left hand side, 7 minus 7. Okay, now what's about to happen? The sign's about to flip because why? Yeah, we're going to divide by negative. Usually when we have the one on the left, that the graph goes to the left, doesn't it? The plot thickens. Minus 3, minus 3, 4y less than or equal to negative 8. Then we divide. Interesting. Very, very interesting. The reason why it's interesting is because for the first time that we've seen the graph that actually goes to the left, or this problem on the left, its graph goes to the right. And this one, the problem was on the right, but its graph goes to the left, and it's closed. So just because the problem is on the left-hand side does not mean that its graph is going to go to the left. Okay? All right. So believe it or not, that's our lesson. And what are y'all about to work on? What's on the back of this handout? Practice problems. Whoop whoop. Don't look at me like my ex-wife. Yeah, do you really think that somebody is going to tell her about this and she's actually going to go look on it? It would be, but I highly doubt that it happened. I'm just saying. Yeah, if she was watching my YouTube videos, that would be kind of stalkerish. All right. That is our lesson for today. And if you haven't done so already, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. Stay farce. Good stuff. Good things. Roll Tide.